Welcome to my
Okay.
kitchen. Very excited today to have Chef Eric Enrique from Big Fin Seafood Kitchen joining us. Hello, Chef.
Hi.
So you've been at Big Fin for how long now?
6 months.
6 months. And
Yeah.
how's it going? What sort of changes have you made there?
We've pretty much changed the whole menu. We started changing the menu 3 months ago. And now I'm on the second phase where I've changed the sushi. We've changed a little bit of salad presentation. We've changed pretty much most of the entree presentations. And the next change will be working on desserts.
And you've been working with seafood for a long time.
Yeah, a long time. I probably started working with seafood 20 years ago. I like that the window of time to use it is very short. You have to use it. You should use the best seafood that's in season. I think it kind of shows your technical skill as a chef to be able to deal with different fish, and also different shellfish.
What do you have for us today, Chef?
Today I have the grouper piccata. We did a little twist on it by presenting it with grilled asparagus and arugula and a lemon vinaigrette and putting the capers both in the sauce and a little bit using them as a garnish.
I had this dish when I was at the restaurant and I really loved it. So I'm excited to learn how to make this myself. So let's get started.
All right. Well, I'm going to start by actually putting a little bit of oil on the grouper itself. I'm going to season it with white pepper. Kosher salt, sorry. And then a little bit of white pepper, one side, pretty liberally. We'll do both sides. And I use white pepper because when you actually are dealing with seafood, if you see like specks of black pepper on a dish, then it almost doesn't make it look as clean. Okay, next. I already have a pan preheated on our grill. You might not have this luxury at home, but if you do, that's awesome. If not, you can do this in a non-stick pan, and you want to wait till that oil is pretty hot. And now I'm going to take the grouper, and on the presentation side, which is the flesh side, I'm going to place that down. So we can get a nice sear and caramelization on that. And as that starts to heat up, now once I see that we're starting to develop a crust and nice caramelization on it, I'm actually going to finish this in the oven. And at home, I would probably suggest you put this at 450 so that you don't have to worry about burning it or anything like that. And while the fish is cooking, you'll see how simple this dish is to make. We're going to take the asparagus. It's a good, nice summertime dish. Again, I'm going to season this with kosher salt and white pepper. And as that asparagus is nicely seasoned and coated, I'm actually going to put it on the grill. While that's going, let's talk about the butter sauce. This is actually a beurre blanc. Now, if you were to make this at home, you want to reduce some white wine, which we've already done, cream, lemon juice. And as that reduces down to what we call eau sec, not almost like a dry consistency, but you can still see that the cream is there and the fat has reduced. You're going to slowly incorporate butter into this dish. Now, what you're seeing here, the butter's already been incorporated. I already made the butter sauce. Now, to make this the piccata, we're actually adding the capers. I have capers chopped here. I have parsley chopped up, and I'm gonna add it right to the butter sauce or the beurre blanc. And this is what you should be looking for at home if you want to recreate this exact dish. That's it. All right, so we have the asparagus grilling. This should only take maybe 4 minutes to do. While it's going, we're gonna check on our fish. Been in the oven for roughly 4 minutes as well. I'm gonna start getting ready to plate as well. So we have arugula here. This dish actually moves fairly quickly. We have arugula, and we also have capers. These capers, I know you had these and you made a comment about them being really nice and crispy. We actually deep fry these in the restaurant. Deep frying them for us gives it a nice texture, kind of like croutons. So you get a nice difference between that and the arugula. Next, here in this magic bottle, we have lemon vinaigrette, which is essentially 1 part lemon juice, fresh squeezed, to 2 parts of extra virgin olive oil. So we have dressed the arugula, just maybe with 2 tablespoons, a tablespoon, adding a little bit of that capers. Again, a tablespoon and a half. We'll dress that at home. Okay, now I'm gonna check on my asparagus. And now that we've achieved nice grill marks on the asparagus, this should be ready. Set this aside. And now we're gonna go right to the plating. And I think our grouper is done. Oh yeah, here we go.
And what are you looking for there that tells you it's done?
Okay, right here, look very closely. You're gonna see that the caramelization has happened on that. You can see from this side that one side has been caramelized really nice, while the flesh side still remains moist. Also, since you're at home and you can do this, you can touch your food. Don't do this in the restaurant, but again, you can feel the flesh. And if it has just a little bit of give to it, but it's not like overly firm, then that fish is cooked to perfection. Also here, this is nice caramelization on the outside.
And that was cooked only on one side that whole time.
Correct, one side. Yep, one side to achieve that nice color there.
That's gorgeous.
Thank you. Okay, we can work on the plating again. Let grouper rest. I'm gonna set this grouper aside for a little bit, maybe a minute before we actually do it. But I'm gonna show you how to plate this so you can do it like restaurant style at home and impress your guests. Okay. I like odd numbers too when I'm plating up. I just have a thing for odd numbers. I heard that 4 is actually a bad luck number in Asia or in Japanese cuisine. So when I plate up, I'm always doing, if it's, I got a choice between 4 or 5, I'm doing 5. Okay. Just, and it looks better. Sorry. I just want to got to talk about that. I never really thought about you know, all these times I've been doing these platings, and then I'm like, okay, odd numbers all the time, and it
Huh.
turns out there's actually a myth behind plating with odd numbers. So
Interesting. I
that,
never heard that before.
yeah, yeah. So grouper is perfect. You got to let it rest. Okay. Now I'm going to place it right on that asparagus. To impress your guests at home, you got this restaurant style presentation, the grouper nicely placed on top of the bed of asparagus. And then this is the final, one of the final touches, that lemon butter caper. And this is the piccata aspect of the dish, where the capers have been incorporated into the butter sauce nicely. I think if you do the drizzle technique around, it makes it a little more like a pro touch. And then going to use my tweezers to place the salad on top. You can add as much arugula to this dish as you want. I feel like, again, since there's no starch, like technically in the dish, more greens the better on this dish. And sometimes I just like to, if the leaves fall down, doesn't matter. And then you want to make sure you got an even disbursement of the crispy capers there. That. Get those capers around the dish. And again, final touches for restaurants. Look good at home. Make sure your rims are clean of the plate. I always tell my cooks, if I see any smudges around the rim, any fingerprints, I always say the fingerprints are for the FBI, not for the not for the guests. Okay, so again, wipe the rim, and that's the dish.
Beautiful. That looks great.
Thank you.
Well, I'm going to give this a try.
Okay.
It doesn't look too hard, but I think I want to try the doing the deep frying the capers.
Okay. No, I think in your kitchen you have a beautiful kitchen. You just get a little pan. You'll know the capers are done once they don't make a sound anymore.
Okay. Once
Because
they stop
has
screaming.
been dissipated. Yeah. Yeah. Once they stop screaming. Yeah.
Well, I'm going to get to work, and when I'm done, I'll get back with you and I'll show you how mine looks, and we'll compare the two dishes. I bet they're going to be identical.
I think so too, because I've seen you cook before, and I know that you're pretty good. So
be back with you in just a short time. Hey, chef, I'm finished. There it is.
oh wow, yeah, that's perfect. Actually, you need a job? No, that dish looked really good. That's restaurant quality right there.
Well, and you know, it's a restaurant dish. It's
Uh,
this is the sort of thing that you go to a restaurant to have. It's you want the expertise of a professional chef putting this dish together. It's fun for a home cook who really enjoys getting in there and doing all the different
yeah,
steps and enjoys coming up with the timing. You know, okay, the fish has to go on now, the asparagus has to go on now, the beurre blanc is over there getting warm. A lot of people like that, but uh, you know, for me, I think this is the dish I want to come to Big Fin to enjoy the next time. But for the adventurous cook, definitely give it a try. It's a lot of fun, and boy, does it taste good. And the recipe, of course, is going to be online for everyone who wants to give it a try. And after you give it a try, definitely go into Big Fin Seafood Kitchen and let Chef Eric and his crew cook you up one proper.
thank you.
All right.
Appreciate all of that. Thank you.
Okay. Thanks for being with us, and thank you at home for
All
joining
right.
us. Bye bye.